Every other religion out there has got to deal with blind faith, taqleed. They got to blindly follow because they don't have any proof. If they have a proof, we already have it in Islam anyway. But for the sake of argument, for those who are not Muslim, and I want to be fair to our guests that are here tonight, I'm going to suppose that we don't know what's the truth. We're going to search from zero. First and foremost, before you get into any discussion or argument or debate with anybody, help them to get on the right track. Many times I talk to Christians, even preachers, that I know them personally, and when we get off the record, Sheikh, or they call them preacher, off the record, what do you personally believe? You'd be surprised how many times they do not really believe what their own church is teaching. It's not a joke. I have asked many of them, for instance, Southern Baptist, so-and-so, I won't mention his name, what do you believe? He said, oh, the church believes this, we believe that, we believe this, the church believes this. I said, what's the distinction? Why are you saying the church? He said, I don't believe that part. I said, how can you preach it? He said, it doesn't matter. For us as Muslims, it matters a lot what we believe. That's what it's all about. Because what we have as a belief has to be substantiated with a proof. Otherwise, we don't move. Consider what Sheikh was saying earlier, and I want you to think about this real deep. When we talk about belief, does the devil, Iblis, does he know that there is a God, yes or no? If the criterion to go to paradise is just to say there's a God, he's already got it. He knows there's God, yes or no? I'm talking about the devil mentioned in the Old Testament, New Testament. I don't know how many other religions accept that there's a devil, but if you got a devil, doesn't he know there's a God? So your knowledge of God cannot be salvation unless it's something you can use and work with. Does he know, Iblis, does he know Allah's name is Allah? Yeah. Does he know that Allah is one with no partners? Duh. He made dua to Allah himself and asked him. Instead of asking anything else, he asked Allah, let me take Adam and his children to hell with me. That's his dua. And who did he ask? He didn't go to a rock. He didn't go to a stick or a stone or a bone. I have to work that into some kind of poetry. Stick, stone, bone, something, yeah? Anyway, I'm saying the devil knows there's a God, and it is not going to help him on the day of judgment. True or false? Oops. This is a wake-up call for the Muslims. Because if you thought, hey, my knowledge, I know there's God, I said la ilaha illallah, that's good enough, I'm good to go. Sheikh Jafar lectured many times on the subject of the Shahada itself. And on our website, here comes a commercial. I can work these in, I'm from America, you know. But on our website, islamtomorrow.com, islamtomorrow.com, you'll find the article on there, the 9 points of Shahada. And you'll be surprised. Because if you don't have all 9 of these, maybe you don't have Islam yet. Go check it out. Now the commercial's over, I'll go back to the topic. We're talking about the science and the proof in Islam. Science and proof in Islam. Where does the proof begin? And don't go to the Quran first and tell them, see what the Quran says? Because if I really want to do that, I need to go to the Arabiya. Because Quran is not in any other language except Arabic. Is that true or false? So if I want to see what the Quran says, I got to go to Arabic. Now, can you imagine me walking up to somebody here in India and start talking to him in Arabic? Or if I go to somebody in Texas, where I'm from, and start talking to them in Arabic, what are they going to do? They'll go, shut up, fool. They don't know what you're saying. Start at the real beginning. The real beginning is to ask them, do you see a creation around you? Yes or no? And if he goes, no, then you're wasting your time talking about scriptures, aren't you? Because he don't believe. The Sheikh was talking about, he mentioned the word kafir. Do you know what he meant by what he said? He knows it so well, he said they're not doing kufr. Or they are doing kufr. But they can't do kufr if they don't know what it is. Do you know what he meant? How many of you know what kufr really means? It doesn't mean disbelief. The word in English, cover, comes from the Arabic word kafara. Kafara. And they mispronounce the F and make it the V. Just like in the word of, O-V-O-H. I mean O-F. I'll get it right in a minute. O-F, we pronounce it of with a V, right? With a V. Of. We don't say of. We say of. You follow? And so they're saying cover. Kafir. Because in Arabic, to commit the act, it's an action, it's something you do, it's a verb. You're digging the ground, planting seeds and covering them up. That's what they call a farmer. In old Arabic classical language, a farmer is called a kafir because he covers. And in the Quran, Allah makes kafara for you. He covers up your sins because you have repented for them. And the kafara of Allah is the same thing. Allah is doing kufr. But it doesn't mean Allah disbelieves, does it? Duh. It means the word is used here to mean to cover up something. Is it right, Sheikh? Did I get it good? How am I doing? I already know he'll hit me if I get it wrong. He just did a while ago, so be careful. So think about this for a minute. A person isn't really covering something up until they know it's there and they intentionally do it, right? Now, let's look at some of the proofs that we have, and let's get on with our program. First of all, if the person doesn't accept that there's a creation, and I'm trying to tell him about what the verse says about Chitao, Yukatilu, I'm wasting my time. I have to go to a logical place to begin. Look to the universe, and let's start with that. Look to the universe. The universe is a series of spheres which are going around in orbits, right? Around other spheres. Is that true or false? And you can't see this without a telescope. Am I right? Everybody with me? Now let's talk about another creation of Allah. The molecules. How many of you know what I'm talking about? Molecules, atoms. You know what we're talking about? Okay? You know what I'm saying? Molecules and atoms. Molecules are round spheres, yes or no? Atoms, they have parts of them. The neutron, the electron, the proton. Is that right? And these are spheres going around other spheres in orbits, yes or no? But you can't see this without a microscope. Is that true or false? So how is it that we are exactly the right size and the right height on this planet right here, that without the optical assistance of a telescope, we do not know what's really happening in the universe? We don't know what it really is. It wasn't until the telescope came that people started figuring it out. Am I right? The same way we didn't know what was the micro-universe until we got the microscope. Is that true? Who put us at exactly the right size that you can't see either one without this help? And if you said, well, I don't get it. Hold on. Carry it one step further and think about this. When you look to the universe, do you see order or do you see chaos? We just described the universe, the micro and the macro. The universe in all situations, the big and the small of it, is orbits of spheres going around other spheres and turning while they do it. Is that true or false? Is that chaos or organization? Take this water glass right here. See the water glass? Walk outside to the cement and drop it on the ground. What will happen? Is there anybody here that doesn't know what's going to happen if I drop that on the ground? It will shatter and splinter into how many pieces? How many pieces? You don't know and I don't know. Because you won't know till you drop it, am I right? Will it ever fall down in such a way that when it breaks, it'll separate into 10 little small glasses and you can serve chai or kahwa out of it? Huh? Will it ever split exactly in half?